Good morning. Let's see. We've got quite a few people on this morning. Hi. Let's see. We've got Cheryl, Tonda, Debbie, and Loretta, of course. Our Dean, Leslie from Massachusetts, of course, and Jamie, my friend in the western part of the world of the states, I should say. Is it Iowa, Jamie? Iowa, or I'm trying to remember the state that you live in. Idaho? Iowa? Not really sure. Forget. So, good morning to everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. It was like a lot of rain, but Idaho. It's Idaho. Okay. All right. So, I have more than one friend in Idaho because we also have our other friend in Idaho, Kathy. So there we go. So today, I don't know, so much rain yesterday. Yes, Leslie, so much rain. It was almost like discombobulating. I love that word. Anyway, so I hope you've all survived this terrible weather, or that you're trying to find ways to cope with the weather situation. So just so that you know, and yeah, just so that you know, that was kind of a weird thing to say. But anyway, so today we're going to be working on something. It's a layered card. What's going on with Sherry? Oh, Sherry's getting her auto press today. Yay! That's awesome. So this is a card that I've been wanting to make for you guys, or with you guys, for a long time. I love the sentiment. I'll show you how I found the sentiment. But I ran into a problem and I want to share it with you so that you can kind of give me some advice on it. So let's get started. You can find, by the way, this file in Cricut Design Space. Hi, Gail. It is in Cricut Design Space. I called it the Happy Holidays layered card. But as I looked at this card, I thought it's really mid-century modern, right? And it just kind of looks like that very crisp, neat look of the layered. And it's all about the layers in this card. So I just wanted to show you, I messed up on the first go around on this card. And it's possible I continued to mess up because what I did was, this card was the front, the first layer, and I took the back layer off. And that's where I ended up in trouble, because my green and my red layer really didn't line up correct. So I want to show you what I'm going to do, and you guys tell me what you think. So this is my original one that I cut out, and I'm just going to group it together and hide it. Oh, by the way, tomorrow is my Santo's birthday. Looking for some birthday ideas there. Okay, so let's find this card first because it's in Design Space, all right? So we're going to go over to Images. Now, this is part of an image set called Merry Everything, and we saw it last week, right? We did something from it. So it's called Merry Everything. It has a chock full of stuff in there, including cards, and it has like some 3D things. It has like a lot of tags, and there are little tablescape things as well. So it's really one, and it's also designed by Robin Bob. So it's really one that you want to have a look at. Real good, you know? Um, okay, Sherry. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's a really fun image set, you know, and there are a couple in here. This one here says, "Oh, what fun," and this one says, "Merry Everything." And where's the other one that I saw? Merry and Bright over here. But this is the one that I wanted to do, this Happy Holidays one. So I'm going to just select that and add it to our canvas. Yes, Feliz cumpleaños. That's right. That's how you say happy birthday, Santo. He's very excited, and because nobody makes a fuss for his birthday, so he was pretty excited about sharing his birthday. And we always celebrate birthdays with cake. That is just what you do. On your birthday, you eat cake in this house. You know, some people have other traditions, but cake is always is always a tradition here. Okay, so here's our card. This is the one that I ended up using, but here's our card. Let's ungroup it and have a look. So you see, it's really not that, it's really not that, oh wait, it's really not that, what's the word I'm looking for? Difficult, right? It's really not that, there's not a lot of cutting. It's not like an Anna Griffin layered card. It's very precise. You're going to get the white part over here. Now, I did start to get worried, and this is where I ran into problems. So you see these pieces that go below the white, top white, are not quite 5 by 7. They are 4.838 by 7, which got me into a problem because I wanted to turn this top layer into another box here. So here's how I'm going to do it, and you tell me what I did wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to detach that score line because I don't need it anymore. Get rid of that. All right, and then I'm going to get a shape of a square. I'm going to get a square, and I'm going to make it 5 by 7. And I don't know, my brain's just not functioning too well on this card. I don't know why. But see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this square, and then I'm going to take both the cover and the square, and I'm going to align it. I'm going to align it to the bottom and also align it to the left. Now, when I cut this in half, since my top cover is 10 by 7 and then my box is 5 by 7, I should end up with two 5 by 7 inch boxes if I do this right. So I'm going to grab those two, and then I'm going down here to slice. Now, once I slice, see, there's our top bit, and these are pieces we don't need. But let's have a look. That's 5 by 7. This is 5 by 7. This is 5 by 7. So I started to get into this. Okay, they all need to be 5 by 7, right? Only thing is, they don't all need to be 5 by 7, do they? If they're going to line up with this, it's going to be okay. There'll be a little bit of a flip in terms of it being like slightly off. All right. So my first thought was, oh, just turn this into 5 by 7 layers. The only thing is, if you turn it into 5 by 7 inch layers, it makes, so this is 5 by 7 and so is this. Well, actually, let's make this 5 by 7. All right. So this is 5 by 7. It doesn't work. You see, it doesn't line up. So my suggestion is to go back to the original size of, let's see, is that the original size? 4.9. This one was 4.82. I don't know, it might be even different. Let's go. I keep going backwards. Okay, let's try and see what this 4.838, and this one's 4.829. You see, and it's going to go directly over there, and then this will go on the top, and supposedly these are going to all line up and even line up on the edge. Okay, so that's what you got to kind of do for this project. Now, what about a sentiment? I love looking up sentiments online. So here we are. Let's see. So I just Googled happy holiday messages for, just, that's all I did. I went to Google and I just typed in happy holiday cards sentiments or messages, right? Happy Yeah, there it is. Happy holidays sentiments. And you'll see you'll be getting a ton of different things, messages, and quotes. I just grabbed this one because I thought it looked pretty good. It's from Printify. Um, but there's all kinds what to write inside of a holiday card. So I clicked on here and look at all these lovely sentiments. They have some for your family, they have some for your friends, for business, and employees, that sort of thing. And so I thought that was really cool. So I went down under the family part and I liked a couple of these. um, and I said, blah, blah, blah. I think this is where I got it. May the beautiful holiday season fill your heart with love. Oh no, this isn't the one. I chose this one. Warmest wishes for a joyous holiday season and a happy new year. May peace, love, and prosperity follow you always. Now, isn't that look cute? And it's inside of my card. So let me show you how I did that, okay? So let's say we find whatever. This one here is also nice, but we'll stay with this. Warmest wishes for holiday season, okay? I'm going to take my mouse, or if you're using a tablet, you can just use your fingers, Hey! Hey! Another country I heard from. Okay, so warmish wishes for a joyous holiday season. All right, so I selected it, and now I'm going to copy it. And in my Mac, the way to copy is you do a Command C. That's what I'm doing. And now I'm going back to Cricut, and I am going to do text right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and type in Command P, which stands for paste. Right? Command. Oh, wait. Is it Control P? Come on. Oh, wait a second. V. It's V. Control V. It's Control V. There it is. Warmest wishes. Now, it does all come up in this great big long thing. Command V. Thanks, Jamie. Warmest wishes. So, in order to see it all, I just put in a couple of page breaks just so that I can see it all. And a happy new year. May peace, love, and let's go. Meet peace, love, and prosperity follow you always. Now we can see the whole thing. Okay. Obviously, we're not going to use this font. It's just the standard font. The one that is starter font. So we need to find a writing sentiment, like a writing font for this sentiment, and we need to make it smaller, obviously. So we're going to go up here to font. This, okay. Now, I have this font bookmarked, and I thought it looked really cool with this card, but maybe you don't. So I wanted to just kind of show you. I'm going to look under the Cricut. So you got Cricut, you got System, Bookmark, and Recent. Now, this is super helpful, especially with people who forget the names of the fonts like me all the time. So Recent will show me all the ones I used recently, which tend to be the same ones because, I don't know, I'm just strange like that. Bookmarked is going to show all the ones that I loved. So I have quite a few here. And then if you go to system, this would only be the fonts that are on your computer. So for instance, this one here is an American Horror Story font, single layer that I bought last year. And then also this American Typewriter, because interestingly enough, there's no typewriter font that I could find in Cricut yet or anything. And then, there's that. And then you've got Cricut, who has like hundreds of whatever. No, they've got 1,079 fonts. So you're not going to be at a loss for fonts. If you want to download a font, it's a little different. I've shown you that before. But get in here and have a look at these fonts, because if you're a Cricut access subscriber, the fonts are included in that. So it's worth, excuse me, it's worth it. So if you want to narrow down the playing field, so to speak, you can search by font name, a category, or a style. You can also search by language. Right now, I don't speak any other. Well, I do Spanish. I don't know if Spanish is in here, but if I did Spanish, what comes up? These look Spanish, I guess. To somebody, they look Spanish. I don't know. I would thinking it would come up in like Spanish words, but whatever. You can also, because we're going to use a pen to write this, you can also type in writing. What? I don't know what's wrong with you, Benji. Benji, what's wrong with you? Do you absolutely need another cookie? Okay, so when you type in writing and then you hit return, did I hit return? Did it work? Yeah, okay, so it seems to be giving us single layer and writing. Single layer is different than writing. Writing is going to be your pen work. Single layer is, for instance, if you were to cut it out in vinyl or iron on, or you could cut it on paper, but it would be a difficult thing. And then you'll see, I look at this one. It's called BFC Cute Cursive. Really cute. I like it. I'm going to bookmark it. The other thing that you can try is to look up fonts by there's several like companies or whatever artist studios that do just font, and one of them is this BFC. I don't know what the BFC stands for, but they make the cutest fonts, and I'm sure that my friend Jamie might know the answer to that. But they make really cute fonts, and Cricut has worked with them, and they have, I don't know, 143 different fonts by this maker. Sorry, I have to give Benji a bone because he's, I don't know, starving. Okay, so they have 143 of those. Let's see which one I want. And I can just go down here. Look at this birthday cupcake. All right, we're gonna bookmark that one. And look at, they even have a bubble one. We're looking for something that's kind of holiday-ish and sort of handwritten. Ooh, look at this. Cornbread smacks. Oh, that's so lovely. I'm not sure if it would work with this card. Do I have it highlighted? Yep, I do have it bookmarked. So I was looking for, this one's nice. Let's try this one. All right, so we click on it, and you're going to notice eventually the system is going to switch it. Okay, so now it's in single layer cut mode. So we need to change it to a pen mode and then resize it. So let's go ahead and come up back up here, but in next to font, it says style. So we're going to choose writing. Okay, now it looks really good, but obviously not the right size. So I'm just going to take it by the corner and just sort of make it smaller, bring up our card so we can really just decide what size. Now, I did use a different font for this one. This font is called Alyssa. And as I'm looking at this font, I'm thinking, you know what? I really do like that Alyssa. So I'm going to go back to fonts. I'm going to my bookmark, and then I'm going to choose Alyssa. And for me, I just like it for this card. It just kind of has an old school feel. And yet it's sort of, you know, holidays, New Year kind of thing. So it's not like super old fashioned. you know? So I'm going to then grab these, and now I'm going to attach it to my card. So now I have one card that consists of, I'm going to move this over, consists of these 3 pieces, and then this is the base card. I'm not sure at this point, I'm not sure if maybe this was the right thing to do. So I'm going to show you how I cut it out, and we can sort of gab about that. So here you go. Yesterday, I don't know, I was having some kind of a brain freeze or something, and I started like going, okay, I'll resize these. I resized them, so I cut them so many times. And this actually is, I put an X on here because this card ended up being a little bit less than 5 by 7. And so when that happened, I had over here like a lip over here. So the point being that top bit, the white bit, you'll notice these all look the same. They're 5 by, let's get our big, here we go. So here's my white version, the top part, okay? And we'll see how they measure up. So that's 5 by 7. This is going to be important. So when I first cut it out, I cut them out and they were wrong. And they didn't match up. So I ended up with the card being like this, and then I recut it at 5 by 7 and realized another fault. So these are actually going into my, I give all of my scraps, whether they're cut or not, to another local artist, and she teaches classes, and that she uses all my scraps. What did she tell me? She called it. It keeps slipping my mind, but I give her these big boxes of scraps, and she, at one of her classes, she has a box that it's like, what do you think it is? It's something like that, or what could it be? I think that, like, just sort of like, when you're going through scraps of things and looking at it and you're going, well, this might make a good this or that. So that's what she does with them. So I am a good steward of my my materials. Okay, so see how this is bigger and this is smaller? In this case, I would make this bigger because it's going to have to cover this entire front bit and not hang over, which is what happened in this. So let's go ahead and put this together and see what happens. This is, we ride by the seat of our pants here at Miss Rita to the rescue. I cannot remember. Yeah, I cannot ever remember. Yes, my corgis do starve 100% of the time. They cannot turn away any morsel of food, including things that are not food. That's what happens here. I give them the cookies, and then they were like, what else you got in here, Mom? And if it's close to the floor, then, oh gosh, we're not gonna have to go to the emergency vet. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so you see what I'm saying here? And I might be all mixed up and everything. But if I put these two together that are 5 by 7, they don't line up. But if I put the old, what did I do with the old ones? Did I already get rid of the old ones? This one works. This one works. There's a little bit over here. So, okay, so the way that this works is each layer that you put down, I'm going to just line them up. You line up with the bottom layer. And how you do know which layer is which, it's based on the number of cuts on the paper, okay? And so Then you have the back paper, which is lime green, and you don't. And if you're like me, you're like, I have lime green. I have no idea how I'm going to use it. But then I thought, would look kind of cool with this card. Now, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to put these layers together. But the thing that really messed me up about this card, I don't know, it just messing me up, and I don't know if you guys are like. If you're with me on this, but I'm gonna try to put it together. We'll see what happens. All right, so the thing that comes off from this card that I like is the sentiment and the writing that the Cricut does, which is great because most people when they make cards, they don't have sentiments inside. It's all about what's on the front of the card, and which I agree, it is all about what's on the front of the card mostly, but then whoever is giving it. So, like for instance, if you bought like a birthday card and it just had like a big, if it had like a big birthday cake on the front, but it didn't say happy birthday. Wouldn't you want it to say happy birthday? But some people, when they make cards, I don't know if it's handmade cards or whatever, but they didn't have the pen. But we have the pen now using the Cricut. The other thing is you could also stamp it if you have stamps. Are you one of those that came over to paper crafting via stamps and like embossing and stuff? There's still quite a few people like that, and I have to say that's kind of how I started. No, it's one of the things that I used to do before I started doing Cricut. I don't want to say I started doing Cricut because I didn't start that until 2012. Yeah, it was the year after my dad died. Let me see how this looks. Now, see, this, I tried to put it on back. I'm just really confused by this card, I think. All right, let's have a look at how this one goes. Yeah, because see, I'm still getting this green over here. So I think what I will do is go in and slice off. Do you ever do this? I call this surgery, card surgery. So I'm going in and I'm going to take out these pieces. Might not get them all this time around, but I could do this and you won't see the green. But I'm just confused by this card because of the sizing. Okay, I need a nice sympathy sentiment, not too fussy or wordy. Oh, you did. Yep, paper surgery. This is what I call card surgery. And then I go in and I just make up. Like sometimes if you're cutting something out and it's small, it doesn't cut all the way through and you're like, no, I don't want to redo this because of one little error. And you saw me do that last week when I had a problem with my blade. Last week I had a problem with my blade. I was cutting out white glitter and it got stuck under the blade of my machine, and then it didn't cut out the very delicate paper that I chose for skin on my Santa card. And so I had to do a little surgery. I didn't do such a great job when we were live. But see, this to me is looking better because I did my little surgery here. And I don't know if I have to go through the whole thing, but you get the idea that you can indeed do surgery. You might have to do surgery on your cards at some point. So just be aware of that. It takes a lot of patience, and that's takes a lot of patience. Anyway, so I'm gonna do a special birthday card for Santo that I bought from Lori Whitlock because she had another sale. Of course, every time she has a sale, I gotta go to it, and it can be a little bit. It can be a little bit overwhelming because I end up getting a ton of her her files and then never do them because for 2 years I couldn't do them, you know. Um, I wasn't, yeah. Okay, so see, we still, the red worked out, but the green is still off slightly, and I don't know. All right, and then the back piece, which I'm going to use, double stick tape. So yeah, Santo's a very humble person, very quiet. You look at him, he's a very big guy, you know, he's like, and he's all muscle, man. He's just like, except he has a belly. And so he's all muscle, like everything. He works with his hands all day, every day. And so you can look at him and you might go, wow, he's scary. He could, like, if he took me in a fight, I would probably not win. I mean, and I'm talking about the guys, you know, like I know guys think like that. Oh, big. But me, I like him because he is big, but he's soft spoken, and so he never gets upset. Oh, well, I shouldn't say never. He does get upset, but the way that he shows his anger is way different than what I grew up with or what I had in my marriage. So, you know, just nothing explosive. If there's some, yesterday he came over and he said, I want to share something with you. I just thought that was so cute. And he was telling me about an issue with a former, his former wife. And it was just, what did I just do? Man, what did I do? Come on. I put this on there and it was on wrong. Anyway, he said, I'd like to share something with you. And I was just like, oh, that's so cute. It just was a cute thing and unexpected because we were talking yesterday about how we met, when we met. I'm going to use this one instead. And we just talked about, yeah, you know, because we met it was just sort of one of those happenstance. It was definitely a meet cute, as they call it. He was working on a house. I'm going to use this one, see how that rolls out. So he's working on a house not too far across, kind of kitty cornered from my neighborhood. And my neighborhood's fairly quiet. I mean, it's not like you can't walk in the street. You know what I mean? It's pretty, you know. So I was coming home, and I know very distinctly, I was coming home from a meeting at the school for Owen. I think I need to put another piece here. And I was kind of like all worked up, not worked up in a bad way, but like just, you know, like when you're outside, you're talking to people, maybe this is just me, but you're outside, you're talking to people, and you get like, even if you are kind of an introvert, you kind of get into the excitement. And like for me, I'm an introvert, but I love to talk to people. But the thing is, people take away my energy. So for me, I love to talk to people, but it has to be in a smaller format. You know what I mean? Like 2 people, 3 people. But I run out of energy with people. So there's like, yeah, he's this big guy, and he's all muscle, and yet he's so soft spoken. And in fact, I come from an Italian family. None of us are soft spoken, including me. You know, you learn to talk in order to get attention when you are in an Italian family. I don't know what the Dominican family works out as, but in Italian family, if you're not loud enough, you're just going to get talked right on over. Right on over. So anyway, so we're going to do another card tomorrow. It's from Lori Whitlock. It's a birthday card. We're going to make it for my friend Santo, my guy, Santo. And yeah. And then these are free on Design Space, as I showed you. And you can come and get it. And if you have ideas about this card, oh, hi, Teresa. It's from the image set that I showed you last week, Marry Everything. So if you want to work on this card, or if you liked this style, you're going to go images, image sets, and type in the word Marry. Now, obviously, some other things will come up, but the first thing is this Marry Everything. Yeah, last week we did the Santa face, remember? And we did this penguin. And wasn't there another one we did? Santa face, penguin, the polar bear, and I don't know. I'm missing one, I guess. But anyway, this is where you find it, and it's over here. Happy holidays. Kind of little lost, but this is a layered card, and so is this one. Oh, what fun! I'm gonna bookmark that one too. And let's see. There's a 3D. Look, you can make these little this house, a cracker, which is like this candy filled popping thing that some people in the UK and other places use. I don't know. Did I get my email? No, Teresa, I did not. I'm gonna have to look. Did you send it to Miss Rita to the rescue at gmail.com? So, sorry. I'm chatting. If you don't like my style, my format, then you know what? There's a lot of other people out there that do these tutorials, and they sound like they're so professional. And for me, I'm like, this is just my time to craft with you and tell you all about different things. And I like the interaction. Okay, Teresa, I'll go back and check. Okay, thanks, Jamie. Okay. All right. So I'm just looking at that thing. So anyway, this is from Marry Everything, and there is a ton. This is designed by Rob and Bob, but it came out in a time when they weren't naming certain people, including Rob and Bob. You know, like, so for instance, Lori Whitlock designed a image set for Cricut before they started doing the new designer stuff. So let's see. I want to go to image sets. I hope that I can do this. And this, I always get stuck here. I don't know why. I think I have to go back to my canvas. And let's see. I'm going to images, image sets. All right. And then if you go to, we were talking about Rob and Bob. So there's Rob and Bob. These are all Rob and Bob, but also Marry Everything. I don't know why they didn't have Rob and Bob listed, but the same thing for Lori Whitlock. Now, if you type in Lori Whitlock, it's Lori. This is where you can buy I think you can buy this, her alphabet. I bought it years ago, so I don't know how much it costs, but if you've never bought it. But the other thing that Lori did for Cricut was box card. She did a one image set box card, and they're really cute, and we've done a couple of them. I'm not sure if you guys want to learn through this, but you would have to pay for the card. There it is, all occasion box cards. So this image set was designed by Lori Whitlock, but it doesn't give her credit. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. But there are some really cute cards in here, but you do need to purchase them, and you might find that they're actually cheaper if you buy them on Lori Whitlock's site. Okay, so all right, how long have I been on? 38. Okay, good. I'm like, all right, so don't forget about how to find sentiment. Just Google them, and then I want to show you what I'm working on right now with Leo's group. I am working on this Winterland Castle, and I'm looking at the tutorial video, and it is almost 5 hours. And I'm like, wow, Leo can talk, but oh my God, 5 hours. I can't imagine that. So it is a very big, very, very big thing that I'm doing. And if you wanted to do it along with me, I'm trying to figure out where it is. I think it's called Winterland, Winterland, Winterland. Yeah. Okay. So there it is. The Winterland Castle. And apparently there's a bundle here, and I bought the bundle, of course, because the bundle has a little watchtower. You see this little watchtower? No, that's not a watchtower. That's a tent, a knight's tent. And here's the watchtower. So these go with this, but I only have cut out this so far, and I'm like, holy cow, I gotta watch this. Anyway, if you're interested in climbing down that rabbit hole with me, and so there you go. Anyway, and then for tomorrow we've got we're going to do happy birthday to Santo, and I'm going to do this card from Lori Whitlock. I hope that I can find it pretty easily, but it's not a pop box or doesn't do anything. It's just a really cute. I think I might, Loretta. So Loretta is asking me about class this week. Um, I I think remember you said the D was missing, Gail. Oh yeah, you made the A. Did you buy those? I bought them as a set. Will we be having classes? Okay, sorry, I got off track. Okay, so Loretta, will we be having classes all week? That's my intention. I'm trying to do some Christmas in July, but I kind of would like to hear from you. Do you want to see, are you overwhelmed because I'm doing too many, because I'm doing too many outside designer stuff. Would you rather I stay with Cricut Design Space? That's the way I look at it whenever I come up with a project. And the way that I've been doing it lately, I do have an appointment this week. You're right, Loretta. And I looked at it, and it's after the time. So it's on Wednesday, and there's no like treatment that day. So I think I'll be okay for all week. But I guess what I'm trying to say is like I want to find out from you guys what you want me to do. I know I ask you that all the time, but like first of all, I have brain fog. So things bloop, they go right out of my head. You wanted to do a haunted house. Okay, and you like the mix of designers. Okay, that's great. Um a special birthday card. So something in DS would be great. I probably miss Wednesday live. Oh, okay. And you're liking the 5 days a week because I'm back. I'm liking it too. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've been doing a lot of thinking about your life's purpose, what you were designed. I know I don't want to get all hokey on you, but like what you were intended, if you were intended for it. I think that's the big question when if you're questioning life. It's like, is this just a chance or was it thoughtfully designed? You love the 5 days. Oh yeah, same here, Loretta. When I was not like those weeks that I was in recovery from the surgery and stuff, and I was like, I could do it, but I can't get out of bed. No, it's not overwhelming me. I like it because it really actually gives me something to get up for, and you like a mix, a bit of different designers. Amazing. I will, Tammy. You're so good. Yeah. Okay. So tomorrow, I wonder if maybe I have the wrong email address for you. Okay. My email address, anybody wants to get a hold of me, is Miss, not Mrs., Miss, MISS, Rita to the rescue at gmail.com. And Loretta's putting it in there. Okay, everyone, have a lovely day. Yay, it's the start of a new week. And Mom was in a particularly feisty, exciting. It's kind of funny when she comes out here. She like rushes out, and she gets up at 7 o'clock exactly, and we have the same routine. I have to say, "Mom, are you up?" And then my sister Teresa has to either call me or my mother to make sure she's up because she doesn't trust either one of us. And so it's getting to the point where we're like, I feel like I'm running a nursing home and I'm the patient, and so is my mother. It's just kind of funny. Um, all right. Oh, yes, create my own. Yes, I could do that as well. I just like it's sort of like when you're I treat it like sewing. So if anybody comes from a sewing background, like so for me, like I have all these great patterns of fabric and all these great supplies, and sometimes you see a thing and you go, I want this to be a carry-all, or a dog bandana or something like that. And other times you just have that. You go into the craft store or the fabric store and you pick up I always go like, oh, I'll just take a yard of this, a yard of this. And I walk out with like 5 to 10 yards of these various things that someday I'm going to make things from. And so when I get them, I'll have to then find a pattern. And so I am the same way, right? All right. Have a super day, everyone. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love ya. Tomorrow. You're only a day away. Oh, that was really low. Okay, babes. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.